Alright, hello guys, how's it going? In today's video we're going to be talking about an upcoming Arctic outbreak or Arctic blast that's going to be making its way into the central and eastern United States. I'm very excited to talk about that with you guys. Now before I get started with this video though, I would ask that you do subscribe if you like weather related content, and also make sure to share this video with your friends, family, and social medias. And today's comment of the day is going to be, what is the coldest temperature you've ever experienced? And I'll be featuring that at the end of tomorrow's video, my favorite comment in there. Let's get right into things. So first things first, we're going to be taking a look here at yesterday's 2 p.m. temperature anomalies. And you can see there was a lot of Arctic air bottled up in the Rockies and then the south central United States as well. That's indicated by those darker blues in through the purples and pinks. That's what we're looking at, very, very far below normal temperatures. We're talking 6 to maybe even 20 degrees below average Celsius, which is far, far below normal temperatures there. But the eastern seaboard is holding on to a lot of that warmth as of yesterday. I was outdoors doing gardening stuff. It was definitely above normal temperatures out there. Very beautiful day yesterday. But as we head towards this morning, you can see that's made its way a little bit further eastward. So we see the upper Midwest through the central plains and then down through the south central United States. We're starting to experience some of those purple colors there. So it's moving eastward surely, slowly but surely there, and we're going to see it move all the way to the eastern seaboard eventually, which is going to be very, very interesting. But again, by this morning, we're definitely still seeing a lot of those warmer than normal temperatures, and that we're going to be experiencing that throughout the day. Now, we're about to move on towards tonight and then even into tomorrow, and we're going to move all the way through the weekend and even into next week. So we're going to be taking a look at the upcoming pattern as a whole, which is very, very exciting. Alright, so this is going to be by about 2 a.m. tonight, so it's going to be Thursday, February 27th, and we see a lot of those purples have made their way into the deep south, even reaching the eastern seaboard there offshore of Florida, Georgia, South Carolina. The upper Midwest is still well below normal there for areas like South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, and even in through Wisconsin. But we see for the mid-Atlantic in the northeastern United States, we're actually holding on to a lot of that warmth by the time we reach tonight. So we're going to be kind of the last to experience this cool down. We're going to get it the last out of anybody, but it's definitely going to reach us, and it's going to reach all of the regions east of the central regions of the United States. So I'd say the eastern half of the United States there. Let's take a look at those actual temperatures for tonight. A lot of you talk about always wanting to see the actual temperatures, so I'm going to show you that for tonight. Anywhere that's in the blues, we're below freezing, and anywhere in the greens and yellows, we're above freezing. So in those blues, you can see there is some darker colors up there for the Midwest, and that's the darker to white colors. That's where we're looking at anywhere from about 20 to 0 degrees Fahrenheit, 0 degrees being indicated by those white colors. That's anywhere from 10 to 0, so that's where we're very, very potent Arctic air. But for the northeastern United States, we have green all the way up into Canada, so really looking at pretty warm, mild temperatures for tonight for the northeastern United States. But again, that's not going to continue very long. We're about to move on and take a look as we head towards the middle of the day tomorrow, Thursday, February 27th. And we're going to move through the weekend, like I said before. And on this frame, we're going to be at about 2 p.m. on Thursday, February 27th. And we can see for the Midwest, things have started to become a little bit more mild, but still below normal. We see for Illinois, in through Indiana, Ohio, and even through the Appalachian Mountains, we're definitely dealing with a lot of those blues and even into the purples, which is indicating the well below normal temperatures. And then even through the deep south, we see a lot of those purples as well. Definitely a lot more pleasant down there for the deep south, and then for the Great Lakes in the upper Midwest, a lot more just uncomfortable and Arctic air, like I indicated in the beginning of the video. But notice New England still holding on to some of those warmer than normal conditions. I don't think that's going to last too long, though. Let's go ahead and move towards 2 a.m. on Friday, February 28th. And we can see that the Midwest cools down a little bit actually from this point. We see those more purple and pink colors show back up. That's going to bring us down in temperatures a little bit. We're going to get even colder here. We see for the Great Lakes regions and through the interior northeastern United States, we still are holding on to a lot of that cold, and New England's cooling down a little bit. And then we even see for the deep south, we're actually getting further below normal temperatures. So definitely going to be cold for a lot of these regions, especially the more northern deep south states like northern Alabama, northern Mississippi. It's going to be a lot more cold than the more southern regions of those states, obviously. That should be obvious, though. Let's go ahead and look at those actual temperatures for 2 a.m. on Friday. And the first thing that sticks out to me is that the New England states are a lot cooler than they were at 2 a.m. on Thursday morning. First off, for a lot of the Northeast, we're looking at the teens for the interior regions there. So Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, all of these regions below 20 degrees. So pretty potent cold air, but it's for the Midwest where we start to get really potent in those whitish colors. That's where we're at 0 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit. So, I mean, very, very potent cold air there for the nighttime on Thursday heading into Friday. We're about to move on and take a look at midday Friday, and we'll even move towards Saturday, Sunday, and even into next week as we head on with the video. All right, so we're taking a look here at about 2 p.m. on Friday, February 28th, and you can see that we do have some deeper blues and even purples still there for the Midwest and through the Great Lakes, and even now arriving for the New England states as well. Appalachian mountains are still pretty cold through the Smoky Mountains, but the South Central United States and the Deep South has started to become a lot more mild, and this is spelling the end for our cool down as it's just arriving for New England, so they're going to be the shortest lived with the cool down as well. We see Florida still trying to hold on to some of those purples, indicating the more cooler temperatures there. Probably quite pleasant down there in Florida this weekend. Let's move towards about 2 a.m. on Saturday, February 29th, and we can see those purples kind of have a little bit of a resurgence there for Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, and even through the upper peninsula of Michigan. Going to be quite cold again on Friday heading into Saturday, so that'll be our third night in a row with very, very potent Arctic air. We see Indiana and Ohio's quite cold as well, and as well as the Adirondack Mountains there in New York. We see New England is finally filled up with blues. And the Deep South is still quite cold, but not as cold as it was before. We were seeing those purples and pinks there, now only seeing the blues, indicating a little bit warmer than what it was before. We see Florida still has some purples. Let's go ahead and move on towards 2 p.m. on Friday, though, and we can see some of the Deep South and the South Central United States actually is warmer than normal by this point. So some of these areas on the more western edge of the cool down are actually going to be ending by time we're reaching midday Saturday and through Saturday night. We can see the coldest of the air is actually for the Appalachian Mountains, and then there for New York and some of the New England states as well by this point. The East Coast is fully engulfed in the cold still by this point. As we reach about 2 a.m. on Sunday, March 1st, which is actually going to be my birthday, we do see that there is still some very, very potent air all along the eastern seaboard, but now the Midwest is above normal temperatures, and further eastward, we're seeing those above normal temperatures. So the cold air is coming to an end by time we're at about this point. Now we're about to move forward and look into the day Sunday, where we're going to view the end of this cool down. All right, and by time we're at about midday on Sunday, Sunday, March 1st. It's so weird to say March. I've been saying February every single day that I make videos, but March 1st here, we're basically going to be dealing with slightly below to near average conditions there on the eastern seaboard. The warmer than normal temperatures have definitely pushed further and further east. And by the time we reach about 2 a.m. on March 2nd, that's going to be a Monday, we do see some cold air trying to hold on for the southeast and then the northeast, but really struggling by this point to say the least. And by the time we reach about 2 p.m. on Monday, March 2nd, it's basically all said and done. We see actually some colder than normal conditions there for the western United States, and I guess the western United States as a whole are dealing with some deeper cold. And then we have a big warm up for the eastern United States. So by the time we're reaching about Monday, it's going to be said and done. That's when the cold air is going to be coming to an end, and we don't see any signs for a cool down until at least next weekend. So we're probably going to be dealing with Monday to Thursday at least with above normal temperatures. Now let's go ahead and get into your comment of the day. And this one's going to come from Cheryl Devine, I don't know how you say that, but winner of Well, the question of the day was actually which winter was your favorite in recent memory, and she went ahead and said winter of 78, blizzard in Boston, Massachusetts, no school for 3 weeks. It was the best. I can only imagine what it would be like to be out of school for 3 weeks. It must have taken such a major snowstorm, must have been incredible. I obviously wasn't alive then, but I'm sure it was amazing. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Again, be sure to share it with your friends, family, and social medias, and I will see you guys in the next video.